It's weird how quickly Monday comes after Saturday, but it's here again. Yay! I'm speaking slightly quietly because my mother is trying to sleep. My father has not come home yet from golfing, but will be pretty soon, so then this will be awkward because they don't normally see me record anything. It's in my room. But yeah. So, I thought I would start today with question answering instead of with my summary of life because I often forget your guys' questions that you've asked in the videos previous to answer in the next video. So here we go. Becky, foods that remind me of childhood. Yes, mangoes, although I didn't think about that till you said it, and then I was like, oh, of course, mangoes. The food I thought of first, which I thought of the other day actually, before I saw the video, was I made some boneless wings at work, which are basically like chicken nuggets, but much better. At least smelling, I haven't actually had them. But I smelled them and I was like immediately reminded of those TV dinners you had when you were a kid. They had like a penguin on them and they had like this really nasty pudding in it, and like they had these chicken nuggets that were just like fantastic. So yeah, that smell reminded me of my childhood, of having TV dinners, when my mom was working 2 jobs, so she didn't have time to make dinner all the time. And so was my dad, 2 or 3. So yeah, my parents are pretty hardworking, especially when I was a kid. I don't think I realized that. I don't think I realized how difficult that would be until now, when I have 1 job and it already stresses me out so much that I decided to quit. I feel lame. Anyway, about driver's ed, I would say that I agree with Haley, that I think driver's ed would be a good idea. It makes the test a lot easier because you had it drilled into you instead of just reading the book and hoping you have read it well enough to remember what's on the test. And it may be a bit embarrassing, I guess, with the kids being younger than you, but, you know, everybody learns in their own time, and as long as you get a license, you know, you're ahead of a lot of people. So, you know, whatever you have to do, but it definitely cuts down on the stress of having to drive with a parent, because driver's ed people, you know, like the instructors are used to drivers who aren't very good, who don't know what they're doing, and they know exactly how to help you with those things. You know, they realize where you're strong and where you're weak, and they know what to focus on, so I think that'd be a very good idea. Also, maybe try driving with your dad. Pick the easiest parent. I drove with my mom most of the time because my dad is very, very stressful to drive with. So, yeah. But, you know, I mean, you obviously have to keep practicing at home, but I think the driver's ed would be a good idea. It's not too expensive, I don't think. I don't know about there, I guess. But yeah, you know, just think about it, yeah. And shooters that aren't scary. I was thinking about Halo, because Halo, like the first one, I think, maybe the second one, I think it's actually the second one, has a fantastic storyline. Like, it's actually very interesting. But that game scares me because there's these people who walk around like really slow and kind of like zombie-like, and then you shoot them and they explode into a whole bunch of little tiny creatures who crawl all over you and hurt you. So that one is a bit scary, but it is pretty fun, and the weapons are fun, and the storyline's really good. So maybe Halo 2. That's probably pretty cheap now for a computer. I don't know if it's on Steam. I doubt it. But, yeah. So I would recommend Halo 2, I think it is. I don't think you need to play number 1 to play number 2. But it might be number 1. I should look it up and check. But not before I finish the video. Haley and I talked already about her choices between Left 4 Dead and Fallouts. So, you know, I'm done with that. I don't think Haley had any questions. Not that I can remember. Oh, but the other food that reminds me of childhood is peanuts. Because my dad, one of his favorite things to do with us kids and with his grandkids now is to teach us how to shell peanuts. I don't know why, but my dad really likes peanuts. So that's why he just got home. So it's awkward because I'm talking about him. Yeah. Hi, Dad.
Hi, is your mom in bed already?
Yeah, she's in bed. I'm talking to the camera. Video blogging.
Huh?
I said I'm talking to the camera. Video blogging. Yeah. Anyway. Special guest, my dad's voice. Anyway.
Well, that played pretty good, but...
Yeah, so... Not much else. For questions, I don't think. Haley, I hope you get whatever mysterious job that may be. And I don't know, I've just been interested thinking about all the trips that I have coming up. I have a trip to Pullman to hopefully get a letter of recommendation from Swanholes. I have my trip to Las Vegas. I'm planning on a trip to Los Angeles fairly soon after I get to Las Vegas. I think it's like a month after I will have been there. Kind of just to visit, but also I have tickets to the movie premiere of Smiley, which I bought online, which will hopefully be happening. They needed more people to buy them before they're actually going to premiere it there. So hopefully that will be happening, and if not, I'm sure they'll reimburse people or give them something cool. But Toby is in that movie, and I can't help but hope that I will go and he will go because he is in the movie and I will get to meet him, which seems really lame. But it'd be nice to be able to possibly meet him in not an extremely claustrophobic fan situation where, like, that's the whole purpose, like VidCon. It'd be nice to meet him kind of in a slightly happenstance way. I know I feels like such a dork even for hoping that, but I'll let you know how that goes. Besides that, I don't know what else to talk about. I went on a bike ride today because I got home early enough from work, and that was wonderful. Bike riding is kind of like ice skating to me, where it's like one of my natural highs. It makes me really happy. I rode probably a bit too long, like 40 minutes, so I was really tired when I got home, and my throat hurt a lot from breathing, but it was good. And I miss riding bike a lot. A lot of people stare at you when you're riding a bike because they don't normally see bike riders, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that's why my hair is back and I'm wearing shorts, which I never ever wear. I feel like you guys would be hard pressed to remember a time when I wore shorts. So challenge. But I like the asking questions to each other thing, kind of getting to know each other better. It's fun. So I need to think of a question now to ask you. I've actually been thinking about that recently, that would be a fun thing to do. I haven't read any more of the book. Sorry. I've been reading the book about cross-country driving through China. Not too much, but a little bit. And it is really entertaining and really interesting. It's just, I am scatterbrained, so I can't do one thing for very long. I have to be in the mood to read, so yeah. A lot of times when I get home from work, I'm just in the mood to sit and not do anything. Olympics are very, 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 very soon. At least the football matches, the preliminary ones, and I'm really excited for that. Maybe that will make me interested in football, like real football, instead of just people playing football on their consoles. Because that's kind of stupid. But yeah, and I know things about it now. It's great. So when I'm watching, it won't be horribly stupid. I remember a couple years ago, Becky and I were at Smoky Mountain Pizza, just the two of us, I think. Possibly, maybe we had our mom too, but I think it was just two of us. And one of the TVs had a soccer game on it, and we were watching it, and then I realized that the clock was going up instead of down in time, and then that really irritated me. And me and Becky both kind of went, I don't understand soccer, it's such a weird sport. So I find it funny now that I find it slightly endearing because of John. But, you know, that's how things are. Yeah, Linda's home. I haven't got to see her yet, but she's home. So that's exciting. Hopefully I'll be able to see her soon. And yeah, I have my date set, leaving August 28th, which feels very far away and also very, very close. So that's a bit nerve-wracking. I need to call my uncle and tell him that I have the date set, and then try to see everyone that I can in the time that I have free. But yeah, that's fun, and clean out more of my stuff again, because you have to clean out all your stuff before you move. So yeah. Besides that, haven't been doing much. I am in the maintenance phase of my diet, which kind of just want to stay at basically the same weight as you currently are at, or as you are when you finish. Unfortunately, I got my period as soon as I started doing that, so I automatically went up some pounds, which is irritating. And my body kind of panics when I get my period because it doesn't happen very often, and so I get like a headache and a fever and feel like I'm gonna throw up. It's very unpleasant. I don't want to talk about it anymore. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm still trying to think of a question to ask you guys. I guess what did your parents have you do when you were little? Like to occupy your time? I'm kind of interested in that. I did pretty much every sport. I was in gymnastics when I was really small, which is kind of hilarious because I am very uncoordinated, obviously, so I did not like gymnastics because I was an uncoordinated child, too. But there was one time that I was walking on a balance beam and I tripped and panicked because it was very high because I was only like 5, and I accidentally did a cartwheel and landed back on my feet. So everybody thought I was really good, but I was terrified and I was very scared that was going to happen again, and I was not going to do a cartwheel, and the cartwheel scared me too because I was upside down, and so I quit doing gymnastics after that. But I did softball for a really long time, and I wouldn't say that I was very good. I was an outfielder, which usually the people who were not very good were outfielders. But I was decent at bat. I was a decent runner, and usually people didn't hit it to the outfield, so I didn't have to worry about it too much because they were kids. But yeah, I played softball, because the bigger ones for girls or whatever, for a long time. I think until I was in like 5th grade. I played volleyball when I was also in 5th grade. I think a little bit before that too. And I really liked volleyball. And I thought about doing it in middle school, but it wasn't fun anymore because people weren't interested in having fun, they were interested in winning. And that irritates me when the need to win overtakes the desire to have fun. That's when I don't want to play sports, which is why I didn't play any sports in high school. I tried cross country and then gave up because I hate running. I stuck with it for like a couple months and then I was like, I hate this so much. But yeah. So I'm just wondering what your parents did to occupy your time. I also played soccer when I was little, like very, very little. And I was a goalie, which I was very happy about because I had to run. And if I was goalie for that game, we got a 0-0 draw. And if I was not goalie, then we lost. So our team was not very good. But yeah, I was a decent goalie. So yeah, but I never thought about playing soccer when I got older because, I don't know, I wasn't very interested in it. I think I quit after like kindergarten. So yeah, I'm interested in what you guys have done when you were a kid, how your parents got you to either behave or to learn how to cooperate with people or just to get you out of the house for a while. And I hope that you guys are doing well. Miss you a lot, and I always say that like every time, so it probably doesn't feel like it means anything, but I do miss you guys a lot. Actually talking with you, like face to face, that would be really nice. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Becky, I hope you finish your papers fairly soon, like your last one. You're so close. And Haley, I hope the job search takes a turn for the better, and that you do not have to hang out with the children.